they're coming for your guns. They are coming for your guns. Now, of course, when you say they're coming for your guns, everybody is trained to be like, oh, that's crazy. You know, right? This has been the line like basically my entire life. Like, no one's coming for your guns. Say the people who openly say they would like to come for your guns.
We need to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
And then, in fact, we'll propose legislation that would come for your guns. But no one's coming for your guns. But anyway, here's a bill to come for your guns. Obviously, I think, obviously, to anyone who pays attention, this is pure propaganda and it's complete bullshit. The idea of like banning AR-15s or something like that is all of this is just stupid. It's so goddamn stupid. AR-15s account for a tiny fraction of gun violence in this country, and there's already a shit ton of them out there. So I don't know what the hell your plan is to get those guns, because the AR-15 is one of the most popular guns in America. I believe it's the most popular rifle in America. Okay, so a lot of law-abiding people own them. So what are we going to do? You're going to criminalize all of them? Just the ones who refuse to give them back? How many innocent people now are you willing to destroy in the hope that maybe this will stop one crazy person from going and killing a bunch of people? In a society, if a person is hell-bent on killing a lot of people, they can do that. It's a really bitter pill to swallow. That's the fucking truth. I mean, short of going like North Korea level, which a lot of these people would, I think, be quite comfortable doing, there's no way that you can have all these rules tight enough that there's no way that people will be able to hurt other people if that's what they want to do. I mean, there's the Virginia Tech shooter, killed a whole bunch of people in that shooting. It was right around the same number as in this Texas shooting, and he did it with handguns. It's not as if you go in with a couple of handguns, you can kill a whole lot of people. It's not as if that's just banning AR-15s or just banning, certain types of rifles are going to do anything to stop that. But, they won't tell you, but they're actually want to ban the handguns as well. And then, of course, you have the problem that, there's bombs, there's cars, there's a million different ways that people can commit these like horrible, atrocious acts. Your best course of action is never going to be to criminalize a whole bunch of innocent people who want to protect themselves and their family. The whole reason why people want to protect themselves and their families is because there are predators out there. So the key would be to allow them to do that. And then maybe you'd want to like actually start addressing why this culture is so fucking sick. But they don't want to talk about any of that shit. But these are the same people, right, who tell you that they care so much about democracy that we've got to send $80 billion to Ukraine because that's how much we care about democracy. But over here, I mean, we'll just, like if our democratically elected opponents don't agree to this legislation, well, we'll just pack the courts. We'll just pack the courts then. By the way, if you want to know some details in the bill that are really, quite revealing. So basically, the bill, the way it's proposed right now, would ban magazines that hold more than 10 bullets, which is, they start by, this is how it always works, right? They start by talking about this term assault weapon, which is like an ill-defined term. It's like ghost gun. It doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? It can mean whatever people want to decide it means in that moment. And then they'll be specific, like AR-15s, the big scary ones. That's what we're getting rid of, the big scary ones. And by the way, what we mean by that is any magazine that holds more than 10 bullets. That's what we mean by assault weapon. And if the filibuster stops us, well, we'll just abolish the filibuster. If the Supreme Court says this is blatantly unconstitutional because there's a Second Amendment and you can't just take people's guns away from them, well, then we'll pack the court. In other words, the vast majority of handguns that people buy today would also be swept up in this. I don't know, technically, maybe it wouldn't ban the gun, but your gun's pretty goddamn useless if you can't have a fucking magazine that is compatible with the gun. Dear God, do not let them disarm you.